What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another movie review. I'm reviewing Godzilla King of Monsters. I checked it out today, and even though I like the movie, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of mixed reviews based on the fact that I just feel like they could have did a little bit more with this movie. Um, I'm gonna start off with what I like about the movie, and what I like is how when the movie came on, it got like straight to the point. I also like how Godzilla made his appearance early rather than the last like 30 minutes of a 2 hour film. So I like that they showed Godzilla early. And sadly, the third thing that I like is the fighting scenes in the movie um, with Godzilla and the Titans, who are better known as the monsters. What I don't like about this film is how quickly they threw it together and making a plot a bit off, along with a lot of unnecessary character roles that didn't do the movie any justice. So to say that it's supposed to have been a sequel, this was supposed to have been a sequel from 2014 Godzilla. It just didn't seem like it had anything to do with it. I mean, you've seen characters in there from the 2014, but I don't know. It was a bit off to me. So, well, in my opinion, and I know some people may not feel the way I do about this, but I like the way they put the monsters in the movie. But don't get me wrong, I appreciate that they did something different by adding the monsters, especially with the fighting scenes between them and Godzilla. However, I still don't see the point of it all. I mean, you know, it was like, okay, we releasing the monsters, like the dirty scientists. They thought that it would be a good idea to release the monsters because mankind, they don't appreciate, the world, and we can see that by the pollution and by war, by having the wars and all that kind of stuff. So that's where they went with that, and I'm like, okay, but it still didn't make sense to me. And I don't know, I'm just tired of seeing the military over involved in the new Godzilla films. I know a lot of people, again, may not share this opinion, but I like the 1998 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick because I didn't see too many military scenes in the movie. I mean, it was, but you didn't see it as much as you've seen other things, and it wasn't too many characters in it. On top of that, it was a lot of scenes that were shot in the daytime. It was done in the lights where we can see it, as opposed to these newer Godzilla films where everything is done in the dark and in smoke. Like, okay, so in 2014, the new Godzilla, there's a lot of scenes that you see where there's a lot of darkness and smoke, just like this one. And I'm like, it will make it much, much better if, they would change that. I don't know. I guess they think that that makes the best movies for the newer sci-fi films today, but not in my opinion. So it was also my first time seeing one of the well-known classic monsters as a giant worm before she matured into the moth, better known as Mothra. The graphics in this movie was okay. I just wish that they would have made it look a bit more realistic rather than animated on certain scenes. And I do like the close-ups with the monsters. I do like that. I mean, I could imagine what it looked like in 3D because I didn't watch it in 3D. So, and I like the beautiful sound that Mothra made. I really like the sound that Mothra made. I like how beautiful they made her wings light up. Again, I don't like it looking a little animated or, computerized. It looked like it was done on a computer. So, Monster Zero of the Titans is also, where it's not really of the Titans. Monster Zero is supposed to have been an alien monster. So they wasn't even supposed to be a part of the whole Titans thing, like the regular clique or whatever. And so Monster Zero was one of the most evil ones of them all. And at one time, I just thought it couldn't be defeated. I love the close-up with Godzilla and that side-eye shot that he gives. It's like he's giving a stare to determine, the true intentions of humans. I I've been a huge fan of Godzilla since I was a child. I mean, that's something that I didn't make known because, and even now, like, I'm very careful of what I make known about the things that I liked as a child because people, I never thought this about you, I never thought this, because back then it's like you looked at it as being weird or crazy, different, stuff like that. But now as an adult, I don't care what people think about the things that I like. I just don't. Um, and I don't mind expressing it now. So I've always been into Godzilla. I had Godzilla books when I was younger. I had a Godzilla toy. I even remember painting the back of my Godzilla spikes with red paint. Okay, so the acting. The acting was pretty good. It was what's to be expected from some of the well-known actors, and like Millie Bobby from Stranger Things. She did a really good job with her role. I mean, she did real good. She did good with what they gave her. Because like I say, the characters, like the man and the woman who played her mom and dad, I forgot their name, but I've seen them in a lot of other films. It's like the role that they were given, I don't know, it just didn't touch me. It didn't get to me like I wanted it to. I wanted to be able to have a connection with the roles that they were given, and I just couldn't really get into the characters. They made the mama seem evil, like she didn't have a heart and she didn't care to let the monsters loose so that they can, destroy the planet. Like, so anyway, yeah, but I really enjoyed the fighting scenes the most. That's the only thing that kept me, because at one point, I really didn't even want to say this. I found myself kind of dozing off on some of the scenes, and I never dozed off during the movie. And I'm like, I know it wasn't that boring. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to put it off on the fact that I've been up all morning. I got up like super early this morning, and I usually get in a quick nap before I go to the movies, and I didn't. So I'm going to put it off on that. On one of the scenes that, it was just a lot of plotting and what they're going to do next and stuff like that to take down the monsters or whatever. And I fell asleep. Like, I probably was asleep for a good, 2 or 3 minutes, and it felt like 10 minutes or 15 minutes strong. So anyway, yeah, I like the movie the most on the scenes with the fighting. Wish they could have taken away the dark and smoke, all that. They could keep that. Rotten Tomatoes gave the movie 40%. I'm gonna give it 50% and a C plus, and that plus is on the strength of Godzilla's appearance alone, along with him fighting the monsters. And I love the way he bowed down. I mean, they bowed down to Godzilla at the very end of the movie. I love his signature growl towards the sky. This movie was 2 hours and 11 minutes long. I waited patiently for the post-credit scenes, which I thought it would be something with King Kong, because I'm thinking that's going to be the next movie. I thought that he would be in this one, but it wasn't. It was the monster. So anyway, and it was just like one of the evil scientists. He's discovering the fact that one of the three-headed monsters is still alive, or I don't know. He's gonna do something with it to bring it back alive. Because if I'm not mistaken, Godzilla ripped apart all 3 of the heads off the body. So I don't know what he can do with it, but he's gonna do something with it, and I guess we're gonna see it in the next King Kong. So that concludes my recap. If you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave your comments down below. Hope I didn't confuse you. Hope I wasn't rambling a little bit too much. But yeah, that's it. Go check out Godzilla if you in the Godzilla movies, and I'll talk to you soon.